Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today what I want to do is massacre some insects. And what we're going to do is meathook massacre Scute swarm, so make a bunch of tokens and then ideally sweep our board and drain out your opponent of all their life. And we're doing this in a Storm the Festival Golgari deck. How we're doing this, we have Eye Twitch, Shambling Ghast, so some Learn. We have the Deadly Dispute package, the Treasured package with Prosperous Innkeeper to ramp us up, Scute Swarms to make copies, Chariot, Eska's Chariot, Lulth to make tokens, Ren to make tokens, kind of that package, Binding of the Old Gods, and then Storm the Festivals on the top end. We've got a bunch of options in the sideboard as well. So we'll give this a go. You're going to be seeing like a lot of these Storm the Festival kind of strategies in Standard right now. They're very powerful. They do succumb to cheap counter spells, but ours is attacking at a couple different angles. We have cheap creatures to potentially get under. So we'll see how this plays out. Playing in the play queue today just because it is close to the end of the season and I'm sitting in a top 1200 position right now, so seeing if we can wait it out. This hand looks good. Turn 3 Chariot. That's what the format is all about. Turn 3 Chariot. So they go pack leader here. We have some options. Still likely going to go Chariot here. We'll see if they have a fight spell. In all honesty, them doing that there isn't too bad. Well, we don't gain the life. Emergent Sequence is something interesting you don't typically see. This is right. So if they try to Blizzard's Brawl, what they could have is inscriptions here. We'll see what they do. Okay, Old Growth. So because they have the Liberator, so I could -2. Do this. That actually works out pretty solid for us. Getting that off the table. I'll now go... So we actually have an interesting decision. I can -3. But I think I just get ahead on lands this turn. I don't want them to draw cards. And I'd rather they pop this, so I can catch that as well. Could see an activation of Faceless Haven, get Chariot of their own. With them having the option to sack, make a token, copy it with Chariot. Interesting they chose to do that main phase. So we have a decision this turn. I think we want to do it at X4. And just try to take them off the Chariot or the Faceless Haven this go around. I have the lands. So I think we can afford trading off this. So either I take them off Chariot, because I'll also gain some life here, which is good. The nice thing here is they also are off the Faceless Haven. Don't particularly care about that. So 2 here. Soak up some damage here. You know what, I could have activated this and blocked. Save 2 damage. So, obviously worth noting. So, X4. I'm just gonna do 5 here. So, looks like they don't have Inscription. You know what, I should have killed that actually. I don't gain any of the life. We still sweep their board. Backup Chariot, pretty good, pretty good. I think this turn... we do this, and we start gaining some life.
The entire forest is an army.
This we could chump block with and just make another treasure. The 1 life is probably more relevant. At that point. So no Scutes that game, but the Massacre did a good job. A little bit of poor sequencing on my part. Missing the block there. Because we would have gained a lot more life had we sequenced that correctly. Yep, this hand looks good. We can go turn 3 Binding if needed, or hold off for turn 4 Lulth or Ren. Innkeeper does a really good job here, just padding our life total. Some sort of red-based deck, could be Gruul, could be Izzet. Boros. Foretell Boros. Could be Cinderclasm. Thrilling Discovery. Got a Reanimator deck? I think giving this, we just go Lulth next turn. Alright. Whenever you cast an instant or source, you put a charge counter. Remove any number of charge counters, deals that much damage to any target. Exile top card of your library, you may play this turn. I think we go Ren here. We'll make a token this turn.
They prepare for war.
Because they'll somewhat be inclined to try to get this Ren off the table. Hopefully they don't have shock as well. Obviously, don't know what the opponent's on, so playing into Doomscar feels bad. So we're gonna just blow this up.
The heat has has become unbearable.
We were hoping to draw a land this turn. This is not legendary. So it could be another Doomscar on opponent's side. I'm inclined with Ren just to plus it. That way they have to use more spells on it. Notably, because they have Doomscar, us going all in on tokens isn't the best without a meathook on the board. They may be on Velomachus, actually. We'll storm here, then hold the land in case we get Scute Swarm. Yeah, so Chariot's good. I think we're gonna go, given the deck that we're playing against, they might also have burned down the house. Faceless is okay as well. Now let's go Scute. Content play. Okay, so reason being is if they sweep this turn, then I have the backup of Ren as well. Make a token, attack in, copy. Okay, so they're going face with this. That means this is likely Doomscar. They had the option to kill it on the stack. No! We'll create a treasure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. So we're just going to keep throwing like haymakers at them. They're eventually going to run out of action.
The entire forest is in army.
4 damage is also harder for them to deal with. Storm again next turn. A meathook would be nice. Okay. You kill my Ren.
We did not choose this fight.
Again, Lulth comes down, Cruise Chariot. They're also only on 1 white. They have 16 damage coming through. 22. There's 20. Yeah, so we see Doomscar here.
Do what I demand.
So they could Sacred Fire my Lulth. But they're gonna have to deal with my board. I'm gonna hold off on this because this can just get us the tokens we need. If they don't deal with Lulth, I can start drawing cards. Done a pretty good job of answering. I don't think I like the
It is insufferable.
Tormenting Voices necessarily. You're probably better off with like Showdown of the Skulls. So notably, I'm going to target the tapped one, because if they do have a removal spell to disrupt me copying. If this is Fateful Absence, then we just cast another Chariot post-combat. Yep. Called it. Let's see what's in Mystery Box. The swamp we wanted for Christmas. Opponent, the hits will keep coming. They're probably like, finally that chariot is out of the way. Alright. It's feeling much better than the last deck I played. We probably get run over pretty hard by counterspell decks. We have a lot of like 4 mana, 5 mana spells. Disdainful Stroke counters the majority of our deck, and the bottom half of our deck's pretty awful in terms of pressure. So like the the Selesnya version gets Yasharn that also gets hit. It gets Felidar Retreat, which also gets hit. So you're running kind of the same impact cards. What we get here is Binding, which is a little bit better than the I forget what it's called, the Into the Light or something, the 3 mana exile, the Banishing Light style card. So we're probably gonna get a draw here. Arena's been having the bug where it just draws you if it goes to about a minute. So we'll see what happens here. Draw. It's part of the reason too I'm trying to avoid playing Mythic right now. You get one of those draws, it's gonna drop you like a couple hundred spots. Then you're playing 2-3 games again just to work yourself back up. See where we're at. Freddy Sanchez, ready to fight. Alright, let's hope they don't have a Redain. I'm doing this because we're on the play. If we were on the draw, we wouldn't keep this hand. It's just a mirror control and we're on 3 bindings. I'm just going to concede this match. Our hand is in no way equipped to do this. They're going to have counter spells, make our life miserable. No sense of us spending 20 minutes to lose. Let's jump into the next one. So, the Blood on the Snow versions aren't as susceptible to control. You can get under them a little bit. If you're either white, you have like the Spellbinders. If you're the Golgari versions, you have options as well. Our hand just really wasn't equipped to deal with that. This hand also is not very... So this hand, 4-drop central, not going to work. I think this hand we're okay. Alright, put a Storm the Festival back. think given the lands in our deck, we might want Florahedron. Can probably get away with that. So Hive's always tapped, Chasm's always tapped, but if this opens us up to green mana, we can play this next turn. Skullbark Merchant. Opponent's on a very similar plan to us as the mono black control deck. So the nice thing here is they won't have the Lulth next turn. Can use this as a blocker, can also ramp us up, can filter for one of the green mana we need. I guess I probably should have held this back. I think we just take the trade here. Part of the reason being is I want to entice them to play out if they have a 5-drop, so I can get rid of it. Worst case here, I just get a treasure. Give me a second thought. So we're gonna get Sciences here. We have the option to Binding. Seems like they don't have. Sedgemoor is probably something worthwhile though. Just because it allows them to go pretty wide. We also found our land, so I'm happier to do this now because I can Storm the Festival next turn. In Best of One, I don't think they play Check for Traps. Be pretty gross if they do. This just kind of snowballs if they have like Deadly Disputes, stuff like that. With the Merchant, also lets them draw cards off the pests, gain some life. So we do this, hopefully find like they'll have Blood on the Snow. So that's another one. Let's get our lands. Fix our mana. So Lulth and Scute Swarm seem good here.
Envy the strong, for they consume the weak. Subservience will be rewarded.
They have a removal spell here. The thing too is with Sedgemoor, because it has Menace, it's a bit annoying. I also have Agadeems to get back the Scute Swarm, so we can trade it if needed. We'll see how they attack. I think getting Sedgemoor off. Wow. That's a blowout. Actually, that keeps our Lulth alive. Never mind. Had it all.
And a gift
Had it
in
all.
exchange for loyalty.
So get this and the eye twitch. The unfortunate thing is they get ahead with this meathook. We need to find our own meathook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're a couple off here. We have the treasure to ramp us up. But I think if we could get Sedgemoor off, we're in a good spot. Ooh, this takes out my Storm the Festival. That seems wrong. So we'll just do this. I want to get Mascot Exhibition. I could Containment Breach, but that's a good one. Lulth Chariot.
Darkness will swallow you.
So we get blown out pretty hard by another meathook. But it's literally something they have to top deck here. They can do this to exile my Storm. But we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have Mascot of my own. So we're getting to the point where we can draw our own meathook. We do a number on our opponent. So I'm gonna do this trade. They could get Necrotic Fumes.
I will cull the weak.
But that means they have to exile another creature they control. They have this on demand that could get rid of one of my reach creatures. They just go Pest Summoning, so they're trying to drain me out here. And notably, they can do this with the sack effect, so we do need to find our own. So let's see if we can find our own meathook.
My words are for ambitious minds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just copy the 4/4 here. I know they can block and sack, but I'm just doing this as a way to get another bigger body. We just need to find our meathook. We're doing our game fine, it's just this thing is scary on their side. We're also just dead if they draw one. Okay, line's a good start. They can sack 3 things here. That's a good start as well.
You require my aid. We will slay our enemies.
See if we draw meathook.
I always reward.
You're not the meathook I ordered for Christmas. Jeez. Actually, this works out pretty well. I just gained a bunch of life now. We should be okay. Famous last words. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got him! No meat hook needed. Alright, that was a sweet set. This deck felt really cool. I liked what it was doing. It's just a different take on the Selesnya version. I like the interaction that Golgari gets. Complete dog to the more controlling Dimir lists, especially because they'll probably be playing Shadow's Verdict and Disdainful Stroke. But otherwise, the deck's really fun. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. You could try cards like Skeletal Swarming, stuff like that as well, but I think your top end's pretty set out already, and then it's just kind of mix or match your lower end. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you stay safe, and if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe.